Good evening. It's now 7 p.m. Welcome to the December 18th meeting of the Town of Warren Zoning Board of Review. I am the chair, Andrew Ellis. To my right is the vice chair, Jason Raynone, followed by Jason Nystrom, Bert Rodriguez, Michael Elves, David Francis, and Chuck Thibodeau. Mr. Elves and Mr. Francis are alternate members of the board. They will not be voting unless one of the regular members needs to recuse themselves. However, they may participate in the discussion and ask questions. And if any matter is continued to a further meeting, they would be able to stand in if one of the 5 voting members was absent at that time. So we do have a quorum for this meeting. The first matter is approval of the minutes that were circulated from November the 20th, 2024. So any discussion, or does someone have a motion on those minutes?
I'll move approval of the minutes.
Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So that's passed 5-0. There are no matters of old business from prior meetings. So we only have one matter of new business. Application 2429, Edward Anglia and Brooklyn Mader Anglia, if I'm coming close to pronouncing that correctly, owners and applicants. 6 Baltimore Ave, plat 20, lot 153, request for a dimensional variance to construct a single-family home with an attached garage with less than required side yard setback in the R10 district. Is there someone here representing the applicant? You'd come up, please, and identify yourself for the record.
So I'm Ed Anglia.
Okay. Your address is?
6 Baltimore Avenue.
6 Baltimore Avenue. And so, Mr. Anglia, good evening. You want to give us a brief description of what you'd like to do on the property and why you need relief from the zoning ordinance in order to do that?
So our goal is to build a 3-bed, 2-bath house that is attached to an existing detached garage. And the current residence on the property is a 1-bed, 1-bath house that is in subpar shape, and would like to demo that existing residence, because after further investigation, it is not really worth the effort to try to rehab it.
Yeah, and so you're going to demolish the residence, you're going to keep the garage, and you're going to attach the house to the garage?
Correct.
And the garage, from a structural standpoint, is standing, or you are building the new garage on the same footprint?
The garage is standing, and we plan on keeping 85 to 90% of it. It needs like 3 new pieces of sheathing and looks like 1 new rim board.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And so it looks like the majority of the new house is going to be within the setbacks. The garage.
Yes, all of the new construction,
So I
other
do
than
have-
new siding, will be within the setback.
I do have a question on that because it appears the front steps, and is this thing a planter or something?
Yes.
So that is beyond the setback, so we would need to grant relief on that, is the way we've interpreted the
Okay.
ordinance is any above grade constructed element counts as something protruding into the setback. If you had like a brick
Okay.
patio flush with the ground or a paved driveway, that's fine. But anything that protrudes above the surface of the ground that has been constructed would be part of the structure. So do you have an estimate of the distance from the property line to that planter?
The planter is very much negotiable and not necessary and can go away. And the stairs are less than 5 feet over the line. So they would be roughly 20 feet to the front of the stairs.
So you would be happy then, if we said we'd allow you to build on that front setback up to 20 feet away from the property line. That would give you room for your stairs.
And if that's like a non-starter, we can reorganize the staircase to go sideways or something if we have to.
We'll have to see what the board's pleasure is.
Okay.
It's not an unreasonable request. Because it looks like the rest of it, is substantially better than what's there today. It looked like about a third of the old house was beyond the setbacks.
Yeah.
And now we're just talking about a few steps, part of a planter, and the existing garage that was already there. Okay. Does the board have any questions on the applicant?
I just want to make sure I understood correctly. You're constructing a brand new two-car garage as well, is that right?
Negative. There is an existing two-car garage on site that's detached
And
from,
you're just leaving, okay.
yes,
They're
and we're just
hooking the-
attaching to it.
I just want to make sure I got my garage.
They're gonna hook the new house onto the existing garage.
Gotcha, okay.
So it's basically gonna become one structure.
Gotcha.
It appears that it's improving the setbacks except for the front, from the existing house.
Correct, yeah, the existing house was substantially over towards the back. Now, the main structure is not going over at all in the front, it's just the planter and steps, which are kind of incidental, so again, that's not an unreasonable request.
One of the stairs about 5 feet out.
That's what he said, so he.
And that's an estimate on my part. Whoever ends up building the stairs would figure out exactly how many I need there. It may not be that many.
So if we just condition it that you have to maintain at least 20 feet in the front, then you can configure your stairs however you need to.
Okay.
Any other questions at this time? That was asked, is there anyone in the public who wants to offer commentary on this application? No, you're just here for the entertainment value? Okay. All right, so seeing no one in the public, I'll close the public portion of the hearing. Do you have any final comments or additional information you think would be useful to share with the board?
Not if you guys don't have any more questions.
Are there any questions or any further discussion?
I have no.
Is anyone prepared with a motion on this application?
Yeah, I can bang this one out. I'll move approval of application 24-29, Edward, is it Anglia?
Anglia?
Anglia. And Brooklyn Mayador Anglia owners and applicants, 6 Baltimore Avenue, plat map 20, lot 153. Request for a dimensional variance, construct a single-family home with an attached garage with less than the required side yard setback and front yard setbacks in an R10 residential zoning district. In approving this variance, we will note that the hardship is not the result, is due to the unique characteristic of the subject land or structure, in so much as the buildable setbacks for this particular lot are very narrow front to back and wide left to right. The proposal is to remove an existing home which was substantially non-conforming to those setbacks and build a new structure which is fully within the required setbacks, maintaining the only non-conforming setback of 10.1 feet from the side yard lot line. We will note that the hardship is not due to the any prior action of the applicant. This proposed plan is actually improving the condition of the setbacks on the property itself. And that granting this requested variance will not alter the general character of the surrounding area. Again, this plan will improve any variances to the setbacks on the property. We will note that the allowable setbacks for this project will be the existing 10.1 feet between the side yard line and the edge of the existing garage, and a front yard variance for the setback not to be less than 20 feet from the front yard lot line to the edge of the front door stairs. We will also note that should this variance not be approved, it would count as more than a mere inconvenience to the applicant insofar as they would be limited to a 1-bedroom, 1-bath house, which we have heard testimony is in disrepair and not financially viable to improve or renovate.
I would just note that the 20 feet in the front is explicitly to the stair and the planter. The body of the house itself needs to stay within the prescribed setback.
Sounds good.
Are there any other conditions or amendments? Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so it's passed 5-0, so you can move forward with your project. Thank you.
gentlemen.
Very much.
Under administrative matters, yes, it was Mr. Rodriguez.
No, Bert.
Bert.
See, alternate vote.
Maya had left on the table here, the annual report. Does anyone have any comments on the annual report? There was one math. You had an additional comment beyond the one I made?
One cup.
Oh, there was only one copy. Oh, so no one saw it.
What does it say?
I don't know.
You have
It's-
it before.
It's,
It's coming.
the thing that said how many meetings we had? Oh, yeah, there's an attendance chart and a report that said how many meetings. We had 14 special uses, 15 variances, 0 extensions. There were a total of 29 applications, none were denied and none were withdrawn, and we conducted one site. That's it.
Only one site visit a year. That's pretty good.
Year before we had like a million.
I know.
So we'll just let everyone have a moment to, review the report, and then we can vote on it, so that it can be forwarded to the clerk's office.
Numbers looking good.
Doesn't even get a
All right, so, is there a motion to approve the attendance record and annual report?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so the report is approved, so that can be transmitted to the town clerk, please, Maya, thank you. Does anyone else have any announcements, upcoming absences, et cetera? We know your January.
Correct.
Yes, will not be here for January meeting as usual. Anyone else have any known issues? Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.